Welcome to Perfectly Pieced February 2023 unboxing and stitch out.
Woo!
I'm Erin with Me Time.
And I'm Cassie.
So we're going to kind of mix things up a little bit. Usually if you join us every month, we do this in the evening. We decided to try it in the middle of the day. We would love your input on what you prefer. I mean, most of you guys watch it later after the fact, so it probably won't make too much of a difference.
But if you like this time, please let us know.
Yeah. So we're going to do things a little different. We're going to share your projects like we usually do. And then we're going to do a full unboxing.
Yay.
We'll pull open the box. We'll ooh and all over the fabric. We'll show you the projects.
And then we're going to stitch it out.
So that'll be nice because in the future, when you get your box in another, what is it, a week and a day, then you can go back to this and watch it on YouTube, and it's going to be a sew along for the block. So if you're new to Perfectly Pieced, or you just want someone holding your hand while you do your first block stitch out, then we'll be there.
Yay.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's dig right into it. We'll try and still keep this at a half an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's see your amazing projects. You guys have been busy.
Yeah, there's been so many fun things posted. I think we were all really busy during the holidays, but now we're back.
For good reason.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Oh, Pamela made this. This is darling. This is so to show what you can do with just one block. And she's got it on a little wire hanger, and I love it. So cute. Perfect little, not Halloween, Valentine's Day decoration.
I love how it just enhances that little table. It's so cute.
Really cute. Okay, our next one. Oh, I love this. Christina is catching up. She says she's been working with Kristen Sohm, and this is August block in a table runner and September, the houses, or maybe it's a little wall hanging. Yeah, she said she's going to get a hanger for it. I love these. I love seeing these a few months later, that you can still go back and do them later. They're just so cute. And
I love how unique they are. She just put a different spin, her own spin on the projects.
Oh, I love this. Okay, so Kelly combined this December's block.
Yep.
And then she used it with our laptop or tablet sleeve project from January's block. And I love that. Look, she's even got the little tag. I don't know if that's the I've been busy tag, but I just love this project. We've seen so many of them.
And I like how it shows you can do different blocks with different projects.
Yeah. Since every block comes in the same sizes, you can take any project and just plug in your own block.
Love it. Well done.
Oh my goodness. This one is so vibrant. Are these batiks, I think? So Sandy has done, I think she's got 3 different blocks here. So I think in the corners, she's got the July block.
Yep.
And then she's got the January block.
In October.
And I think in the middle, based on the quilting, she's got the sample block.
Yeah.
So she's really put these together. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the pattern.
Gorgeous.
Okay, this one is bold. Christine, look at these fabrics. This is fun. This is the December block, and she has used her own fabrics, and they are just a hoot. I love them. Kind of reminds me of this month's block.
It does, and it's so different.
Yeah, I love that border quilting, that plaid border quilting.
Yes.
Okay, I just kept putting more pictures up here. I think we were all so excited about this project, Kelly. Look how cute it is. She used these teeny tiny little 2-inch blocks. Look how many she got in one hoop. I think that's a 9x14 hoop, and I don't know if that's 9 blocks or 12 blocks. The little 2-inch blocks she fitted in that hoop. So cute.
Turned out amazing.
Yeah. Those fabrics really they're so pretty together.
Yep. And here is Renee's version of our project, and I just love how beautiful and simple, and she did such a great job.
I love the white strips.
Yes.
Bisecting it.
And the hearts that they did do. Since that heart stitch is optional, it's kind of fun that you see them on projects everywhere.
Yeah. And some people have done like different colored hearts.
Yes.
Changed their thread. That's fun.
We've seen that. Okay, Chris, I love that she made not just one project, but how many do we have? 4, 5, 6, 7 little Valentine's pillows and some bowl fillers is what she called them. So cute.
I need a closer picture of those bowl fillers. Chris, post another picture close up of your bowl fillers because I'm really curious about that. Those are cute. I assume those are for gifts.
Yes, I think.
For Valentine's Day. Super cute.
Okay, here's another one we're using this month's fabrics and the project.
Yep, I love the snap.
Yes, the snap is such a good idea.
It is. Okay, the floral fabric is just my favorite. It's so vintagey, retro looking, and it just adds some fun to those pinks.
Love it. Good job.
Is that it? Oh, we've got one more. Okay, this is pretty cool.
Okay, I saw this and my jaw dropped because I've always wanted to see the Bella box tree in lots of different colors. And so seeing it in pink for Valentine's was just like, oh, okay, you're making my dreams come true right here. And then adding this month's block around the edge as a border, it was such a good idea.
Well, and I think the leaves, she put like little conversation hearts sayings onto them, like sweet and love and things like that.
Made it even better.
That's really cute. Love that creativity. Okay, I think that's all we have of your projects, but really, we just love looking through them. It's so fun. I hope you guys are having a blast with these blocks.
You're amazing, so please keep sharing.
Okay, all right, we get to dig in and start talking about February's block. Yay. So I know we sent out the preview, but we're really excited about this one. This one's very springy, kind of a different block, kind of modern. And so we're really excited about it. So are we ready to dig in?
Should we grab some of these?
Yeah, let's grab some of the projects.
All right, let's
start. And Andrea, if you want to put that picture up, this is such a great picture of one of the projects. This is my favorite of this next month's block. Isn't that pretty? Doesn't that just look so pretty in a home? I can just see that in my family room or in my daughter's room. Would be really cute.
Oh, definitely.
Add a little touch of spring. Okay, so let's dig in. We'll open up the box. And first things first, we have our insert card.
Yay! Okay.
What's special about this?
The one thing I love is this isn't something just to take up space or just to kind of protect what's in the box. It actually has a lot of purpose. Number one is, we've talked about this before, you can cut this off and help organize your boxes.
Yeah, tape that to the outside.
Exactly. Or, and here it has all the things that are in your digital contents, which is so fun to have those listed there, as well as all of the fabrics and their actual numbers. So if you need more fabric, you can go and get it.
Yeah, if you want to make a whole quilt or a whole project large out of this fabric, you can go get more.
Which is the best thing about this card. So that's the first thing in the box. What's next?
Okay, of course, we have our curated fabric bundle, and this is fun. We'll talk a little bit more in detail about this in a minute, but so much fun to get a goodie of fabric in your box.
And then also in the box, you have this amazing lemon lime colored thread. It is Glide, and it's called Fawn. So pretty.
It really is pretty.
And it goes well.
Okay, and next we have 2 lace zippers. Now, if you've used lace zippers before, these are long. We have these custom made for this box. So they're long enough to use on the back of a pillow if you'd like. And they were custom dyed to match this box. So the green matches the greens in the floral, and the lemon lime color perfectly matches your thread and one of these fabrics, this bottom Dear Stella fabric. So that's pretty cool. And what else do they get in their digital contents to go with that?
So we realized that it'd be a good idea to have some instructions on how to use these lace zippers, because they're a little bit different than how normal zippers go into a pillow. And so we actually wrote instructions for how these lace zippers are put together with your project, and they are in the general resource guide.
Oh,
so
great.
they're available.
They'll be there forever.
Yep, forever. We're not taking them away. You can use lace zippers on all of your projects, and you'll have a way to learn how to do it.
And actually inserting a lace zipper is a little easier than a regular zipper.
I would say so. It's really easy.
Yeah, so that's really fun. And then last but not least, we know you love your printed instructions. And so here are your block instructions. It's going to give you every single step, a printed colored picture of every single step along the way. It will just hold your hand. If you're brand new to perfectly pieced or piecing in the hoop, this is going to tell you exactly what kind of stabilizer to use, what every step of the machine is, where to place every piece of fabric, and make sure your block turns out perfectly.
Yep. And the nice thing is you combine these instructions with any of the project instructions and you're good to go.
True. So all your project instructions are included in that digital download that you get in your email. Okay. So let's talk about the projects we can make with these.
Move some of these things aside. Okay. All right. So the first one that I wanted to bring up was this amazing 2-inch project.
These 2-inch blocks are so dang cute.
Every time I see them, they just make me happy. They're so
And can
cute.
we see, can we go like this? I don't know if that's going to work.
Ooh, maybe.
The quilting. There you go. Thanks, Andrew, for doing that. The quilting is so cute.
Okay, not only is it fun on the block, but how the blocks combine in between.
And right the quilting lines up.
Yep, right here. They line up all together and make another neat shape.
So we've done this in kind of like a little pot holder. Really, really cute. It'd be fun to frame this. In fact, hello, we have not pointed out our backdrop.
Oh, yeah.
So if we want to put on the front cam, check out our backdrop if you haven't noticed yet. So we need to move out of the way. So Tyler, our photo video manager, has made all these blocks so that we have a really neat backdrop for our set of doing these lives. And isn't that fun? You want to walk through every block?
Yeah, they should look familiar. So this is July's block here, and then August, September, October, and November, December, and then we have January and February. So if you've missed one, there they all are. You know what they look like.
Love that so much. And they're done in our perfectly pieced colors.
Ooh.
Yeah, super cute.
They're fun. Okay, so now that we've oohed and awed over this one, let's check out another one. This one we actually put in a pillow.
This one's my favorite. I love it.
I love how it just is a little bit wild and fun. It's just definitely fun.
It's very springy.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what the 6-inch project looks like. And we also did it in a different style. And this is a very long table runner. For those of you, we're going to stretch it. Oh, this way.
Oh, yeah, that way.
For those of you who have a longer table or you want to have kind of a long, skinny decoration,
Yeah.
imagine doing this in all sorts of fun colors to match your house.
Yeah, this would be great on like an entryway or a buffet table or something like that, even if you don't do it on your kitchen table.
Those skinnier tables. Yeah, absolutely. Love it. So that's all the 6-inch blocks there. And then this one is the 4-inch project.
This one's great because this shows the all over quilting design you get.
Which is absolutely fun. It's just wiggles and lines. And
just very forgiving.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So this you can use with your clear blue tiles, or of course you can take it and put it on your block instead of the block by block quilting.
Yep.
Can you see that very good? Let's hold that up again one more time. Sorry, Andrew. Does that mean you have to I think that's good enough. It gives you a little taste of took the same style of the block by block quilting and made all over quilting with it.
And it's just fun squiggles.
It really
lighthearted.
is.
And this one actually has the zipper on the back if you want to see how that turned out.
Yeah, so easy to take your pillow in and out, right?
Right. Just pop it in.
Love it. Okay, one more. This is with the 8-inch block.
Ta-da!
So pretty.
It's a beautiful pinwheel.
Yeah. So you guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but this is actually cotton velveteen. So we'll kind of point that out a little bit.
Yeah, and we're going to play with that fabric a little bit more in just a minute. But this really shows the beautiful quilting and what you can do with this block.
Yeah.
And again, this one has one of those lace zippers.
The lemon lime lace zipper. It matches perfectly that fabric.
Right? It just blends in so pretty.
Yeah. Okay, so let's pull out the blocks right here and lay those out. Sometimes when the projects are all put together, it's like, what is the actual block? So it has 6 pieces, super easy to piece. Can you see those there? There you go. I think that this block would make a darling tablet sleeve. So the project that was with the January block, I think this would make a darling sleeve. I can see my daughter using it. She would love it.
Imagine that right there.
So cute.
It would be so cute. And my kids are always losing things. So it'd be nice if it was nice and bright. And where's your tablet sleeve?
Yeah. So let's talk about this fabric a little bit. I know this is really bright fabric. It's not everyone's cup of tea, especially the top one. But we're going to talk a little bit about it and how you can play with these colors a little bit. So the first fabric is a K facet fabric. And he definitely does do some bold stuff. And you can fussy cut this to really get all kinds of things because these flowers are huge. So if you don't like purple, you can fussy cut to get the teals or vice versa. Okay.
You know what I love is no matter what, your pieces are always going to look different.
Yes.
And that's fun. It's like a little window of, hey, look how cool this fabric is.
It's true. Okay, next we have this cotton velveteen. This is 100% cotton and it is smooth and plush.
I always call it luscious.
Luscious. Tell us a little bit about like some of the testing product Deb did with this fabric.
So when we decided to bring this fabric on, we wanted to make sure that it was going to be the right choice for everybody at home. And so we tested it with hot water, cool water, right next to white fabric to see if it was going to bleed. That's the last thing we wanted is to have it ruin your white fabric because there's a lot of white fabric in here.
Yeah.
And we also set an iron on it for like 2 minutes and walked away. And I wonder what's going to happen to it.
That's kind of bold.
That's what we do when we test things is what's going to happen to this if this happens. So we did learn that you can iron it. I would just do it softly because it does kind of flatten it out a little bit. Okay. And then you can get it wet in both hot and cold, and it did not bleed for us. So.
And when we stitch the block, you'll have some tips for piecing with the velveteen.
Yes, just because it's a little bit thicker.
It's fun though, because in a project that's always typically just cottons, we're adding a little dimension, a little bit of texture, and it just is a little surprising, a little bit of
something
different.
Special,
something
right?
special,
Something
that's right.
Special.
Okay, then we have this gorgeous dark green, which of course coordinates with that fabric. And then this one is my favorite. This is an Essex cotton, and I don't know, let me try and come up really close. I don't know if you can see those speckles in there.
They're
so it's a light blue, and then it has speckles, and it actually has little hot pink and little blue and green speckles that pull in this other fabric. So you really have to see this one up close to appreciate it, but this one is my favorite. I love it.
It is so cute. It goes well with everybody.
And then what's this one? We have a lot of this one. This is a good basic to have.
Yes, it's a fantastic basic. It is a tiny white dot. You will recognize it if you do Kimberbell.
Yep, it's the white on white. So this is nice. We use it on the background of all the blocks. So it's a nice basic to have. There's a good chunk of that in there. And then what we use for the binding in some of them and the backing, so you have a lot of, is this gorgeous Dear Stella print. This is, let me get this kind of closer too so you can see that. It's kind of an uneven dotted line, and it's that same lemon lime color of the thread.
Right, and so it just matches perfectly.
Yeah. So how could you mix and match some of these fabrics if maybe the really bright one isn't your cup of tea? So I brought a few fabrics that we can play with a little bit. I love playing with fabric. So we know you have a nice stash. So what if you took the greens out?
Okay, I'll take those.
And what if we added some pinks?
Because you have
Look
more
what we have now.
Pink.
Add a little purple and kind of a purpley pink. Now look at that fun colorway. Isn't that pretty?
Feels
soft
like,
and pastel.
A soft Valentine's or
it's
a
going
soft
to completely change the look of that block. Okay, let's mix it up again. Let's take these out.
Okay.
And let's go ahead and add the green back in. We'll take the pink out this time.
All three?
Well, let's try it all and then we'll mix it around a little.
All right.
Okay, so I added a few greens, maybe some softer greens. Okay. Maybe you want to take the lemon lime out. You've got these greens. Oops, we need the overhead cam. The battery just went out. Okay, so we are going to go back to that in just a second, and we'll go back and show you the greens.
But they're fun. They kind of mix it up. And
yeah, they are fun. Okay, so we are going to stitch out the block. Yeah. And we've already got it loaded in the machine right here behind me. I'm going to try and not bump it. And we've already done the first few steps. So the first few steps are, of course, hooping the stabilizer. And then you're going to stitch the placement line for the batting. Then you place the batting down. These are all in your instructions. And you tack down the batting.
Yes.
And trim it. And then we stitch the piecing template. So I'm going to take that out.
And that's what we've gotten to, is with the piecing template already prepared for you.
Yeah.
So we're going to just scooch that over here.
Okay. I don't know if we're quite ready with the overhead camera yet.
1 second.
Okay, so I'm just gonna, we're gonna put it right to the machine. Okay, we're switching to the machine while Andrew's changing the battery. So hopefully you can see this, let's see, let me try this again. Sorry, you guys. Technical difficulties. Can you see that there? There you go. That's kind of you can see the template we've stitched out there, and the batting is all tacked down. So we're ready to place our first piece of fabric.
Right, after you've trimmed it and everything.
After you've trimmed it.
Good to go.
Okay, we're going to chat for just a minute while we wait. Do we have any questions that have come up, Libby?
I'm looking through the Facebook comments and I don't see any questions that I haven't answered yet. Oh, it looks like here's one from Jean Newlands. She says, okay, so I am in Australia, so I don't get the box, just the digital files. And I think this has information about the fabric, question mark.
The digital files do?
I think she's asking if she gets the digital version of the box, will she still get information about the fabric that was included in the...
Yes, it will still give her, if she goes to her Getting Started folder, then it's going to have the contents of that card. That's the card that goes in the box, and it will tell her all the fabrics. the manufacturer and the SKU so that she can find them online or at her favorite quilt shop.
Which is the best thing about Perfectly Pieced is if you get the box or digital, you can still find all those things.
Yeah. Okay, Andrew says we are ready to go. Thank you so much for being patient. Okay, so we've got our template stitched, and now we are going to place our first piece of fabric. So always, always, always with Perfectly Pieced, the first piece of fabric goes right side up. And we want to make sure this is our first piece, which you'll find in your instructions. We want to make sure we cover the entire placement line. We even want to make sure we cover this outside line because that's the outside of the block.
We've made sure there's plenty of fabric to do this.
Yep. And what are some of your tips for getting your fabric ready?
So the biggest thing is to cut it directly to the instructions.
Okay.
And we don't have to worry about giving it extra room or anything. We made sure that it was the way it needs to be. And then to start your fabric and get them nice and crisp feeling so that they just lay there.
Okay.
You don't want to wiggle on.
So I'm going to put this in the machine.
And if you want to tape it, it is absolutely a good idea. If you feel like you don't want to, that's also okay as long as you're watching it. We'll just do that first line.
This is going to stitch the first line. This is the tack down line for the first piece. If you have any questions that come through, Libby, we're happy to answer those.
Yes, here's a question on our YouTube channel. It's from C. Lombard, and they're wondering, did you say what size hoop you're using right now?
So we always use a little bit of a bigger hoop, especially for the videos, to make sure that we can see the block really well with the camera. This one in particular is a 9.5 by a 9.5.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and trim right along this stitch line.
Make sure that it's nice and close. And so the thing to remember is these blocks finish at like a 6-inch block. That's what this is. But the embroidery field size is 6.5 by 6.5. So you would have to have.
It might be even a little wider sometimes.
Right.
6.5 by 6.5.
So like on my machine at home, I have to use my 7 by 12-inch hoop to do a 6-inch block.
So now the second piece of fabric, all the other pieces after the first one, you're going to place face down. And this line that we just stitched along and cut along, that is now our placement line for the next piece. Okay.
And where it's white fabric and bright fabric, we want to make sure that we're not just lining it up directly on that line. We want to give it a little bit of
We want to make sure we're covering that bright fabric.
Yep, we want to cover that bright fabric and make sure that the fabric is doubled up. That way we don't have any of it poking through.
And you've also put stabilizer on the back, right?
Yes, we put that fusible backing on this white fabric to just help it be a little bit less see-through.
Right. And point out in the Me Time store, this stabilizer, which is the lightweight mesh cutaway, and the fusible backing are both available in the Me Time store. So we'll put this back in the machine, and now it's going to stitch this next line.
All right, nice and easy. The thing about this block that you guys should know is that it feels very the same. You just are putting the lines all the way around, so it's really easy.
Right.
Okay,
so I am a huge believer in ironing. Oh, and this is a little bit leaky.
Ironing is the best thing that you can do for Perfectly Pieced to make everything line up just
really
perfect.
Press that. I think our water bottle is dysfunctional. It's got a little bit of an issue.
One way or another, it will still work.
So we want that nice crisp line. It's easy to think, oh, I'm just going to fold it over and it's going to be fine. But if you want the best results, you're going to press every single piece. Okay, so it's going to go back in the machine and we're going to stitch the next tack down line.
Yep, which will also be a trimming line. Do you have another question, Libby?
Yes, we do have a question from Leslie Z on Facebook. She's wondering, what is the weight of the glide thread included in the kit?
That's a good question.
Okay, it does. Well, maybe not.
We need a magnifying glass to read this.
It says 1,000 M on it.
I think that's 1,000 meters, isn't it?
So that's probably how much it is.
Does it say 40? Is that what that
it says? Number
is?
40, 100% polyester. So we will find out exactly for you because it doesn't quite say.
Okay, so here's our next piece, and we're going to trim really close to that stitch line. I like to use a pair of duckbill scissors, but really whatever is your preference is fine. And see how we've gotten really nice and close. Okay, so our next piece is the velveteen. So fun. You're going to love piecing with velveteen. I did do a pillow for my couch, and I added some velveteen, and it is a fun texture.
I love it. Now, the thing with velveteen is it does slide. So I do 100% recommend that you tape the velveteen down.
Do I need to tape it all along?
I would tape definitely on both sides. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any more? Should I get the other side too?
I like to have one on this side too, just so that it doesn't try and pull
extra careful.
It's just one of those things where it just needs tape, a little extra love.
Yes. Okay. We're already almost halfway done with this block.
It doesn't take that long. It might have 6 pieces, but it is really easy. And one fun thing to note is all of these pieces are the same cut size.
Oh, okay.
So when you're cutting your fabric for this block, it's really fast because there's no, this block is this size and this piece is that size. They're all the same.
Well, you know what? While we're stitching out, let me flip this over and we'll give them the tip on this. And then you can show them some of the other versions, colorways we've done with this block.
Oh, sure.
So we've done some really different things. So we're going to pull this tape off. And of course, we have to pull this piece off too.
Yeah, and just usually be a little careful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So what is your tip here? Do I need to iron it now?
I would definitely spend time making sure it's very smooth and just kind of finger smooth it as much as you can. And then you can take your iron and you can very lightly press it over. And then while my iron and my finger smoothing has happened and it's right where I want it, you put a tape on this side. And then maybe another one over here. And that just keeps it from wiggling or going anywhere. And then we can still keep this a nice crisp edge.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, we'll stitch down the next tack down line / placement line. This one is one that as it's stitching out, you're like, what's it doing? It makes an interesting pattern.
We're going to let that stitch and then I'll show these.
Yeah. We've done these in a few other colorways.
Yes, because this block is really fun. So we want to show you this one. This is it in some really fun, more, I guess, traditional or pastel kind of colors. More springy.
Yeah, kind of Easter.
Easter is a good one. Yeah, there's this beautiful orange and green and another blue. And I love this kind of picnicky feeling fabric right there. So how cute is that?
Super cute.
And these, honestly, I couldn't help it. They remind me of carrots. Which
they do. That does make it. Maybe that's why I thought Easter.
There you go. It makes
like
me
little
think
carrots.
Of garden, of Easter, of springtime.
Cute.
So fun. That's that colorway.
Yeah. Now I actually use this block and because we kind of can cheat with working at me time and I can get the files earlier. So I made this for my parents for Christmas. They have a very mid-century kind of house and these are the colors in their house. So, I mean, how different does that look from the samples that we've shown in the preview?
So fun. And I like how you designed it and how it's just a little bit, it feels random, but not.
I did do it random. Yeah. In fact, I purposely, since, like you said, since they're all the same cut piece, I literally cut all the pieces and I just put them in a bag and I just pulled pieces out. So you can see in some cases I have, the same color next to each other and I didn't fuss about that. I just let it be random.
I love it. How fun is that?
Yep, they have it in their bedroom and it matches their bedspread perfectly.
So cute.
Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and remove the tape of our last piece. Let's see, we get this.
Yep, and it's okay that it does a little bit of this fraying because we're going to trim it.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll trim again really close to the stitch line. And ready for the next piece. And again, like Cassie said, I'm just going to go ahead. Usually we say line it right up on that line, but we're just going to go a little bit further over just to make sure this white fabric, we don't see the pink through the white fabric.
And just because your velveteen's under here, I would tape this piece at least a little just so that it doesn't shift. Because velveteen is a little bit slickery.
Okay.
And we just want to make sure it doesn't.
Slickery? Is that a word?
No, I don't know.
I like it.
Slippery.
It's very descriptive.
What
are the kind of words that sound like they
should be words, but they're not?
Onomatopoeia? Yeah. Where it sounds like what it means.
There you go. Maybe it's one of those new words.
Oh dear.
There we go.
Okay. Actually, while we're going, let's start talking about our giveaway.
Ooh, yes. Got to have a good giveaway.
Okay, so I'm going to fold this over.
Yep.
And again, I'm going to press it. And
again,
be careful because I'm by the velveteen.
Yeah, but it is okay. Remember, we set an iron on it and it didn't destroy it.
Yeah. Okay, so this, you guys, you really can't see it, but this has the tiny white dot on it, which is so pretty. It's so dainty. So it's not just plain white. I'm going to put that there.
There you go. And while you do that, I'm going to talk about the giveaway, and it's a good one.
It really is.
Okay, so Erin and I were talking about our New Year's resolutions, right? And
or non-resolutions.
Or non-resolutions. And one of my resolutions is I want to read 40 books this year.
Oh, wow.
You know, I'm a busy mom, have a full-time job, but I want to read. And
so okay, question. Do you count listening to an audiobook or does it actual physical book read?
100% audiobooks count.
Oh, okay, good. I thought you were going to say 100%. You've got to be reading the book.
No, I mean, whether it's ebook, paperback, or an audiobook, I feel like it all counts. You're reading, you're gaining a story. And so that's one of my goals. And then Erin, you had a goal.
Yes, to cook more. I love to cook, but when you're busy, it sometimes feels like the first thing to go.
Right. So we decided let's combine our two goals, I guess, for this new year.
Yes.
And one of the pieces of our giveaway is actually a cookbook.
Yeah. So this is a cookbook I got from my sister for Christmas. I don't know if you've ever followed Half Baked Harvest. It's a blog, and this is actually the third Half Baked Harvest book, but I have already been making lots of recipes from this book. I highly recommend the sweet potato nachos and the double apple crisp.
Sounds yummy.
Yeah.
So,
okay, I'm placing this next piece of fabric. We're just going to keep going here.
Yeah.
This is that Essex speckled fabric, so I placed it right along that placement line.
While she's putting that, I'm going to tell you what else we're giving away, because it's not just a cookbook. We're also going to give away an extra fabric bundle, which we've already seen, and then two more things. We're going to let that stitch, and then I'll show you.
So how are you guys surviving the winter? Do your kids like the snow? Do you guys do outside activities?
They like the snow. They like to go sledding and just play in the snow.
That's nice. My kids are all too old, or they think they're too old for sledding. So
okay, right before you show that, I'm going to show them the other two giveaway items.
Okay.
So we have my ultimate favorite, the ultralight cutaway stabilizer. So that's going with the giveaway, as well as the Kimbrel batting, which is perfect for perfectly pieced. So those 4 items are part of our giveaway, and I'll tell you how to enter in just a second. Let's talk about this piece.
Okay. Give this a little press, and we just have one more piece. So we'll go ahead and I'm going to add, for some reason, this feels like it needs a piece of tape. I can't even say why.
You know, I love that. Whenever you just feel like it needs tape, throw it on there. Paper tape is there to help you.
It sure is a lot better than having the block get messed up and then you have to pick it out. That really puts a bummer on it. Okay.
So we're going to click while that stitches. I'm going to tell you about how to win this.
Okay.
It's
pretty good.
It's going to be very simple. I know all 4 of these amazing things right here. You can win it by simply posting in the comments on Facebook or YouTube what your one goal is for this year, your one New Year's resolution, however you'd like to say it. We'd love to just hear what you're trying to work on this year.
And no shame, you can say if you've already broken it.
Totally.
Yeah,
totally
we're not going to judge.
No judgment here.
Okay, here we go. We're going to trim this piece and put our last piece on. So trim close to the stitch line. And
we're to
you
the
know what?
last
I'm going
one.
to trim this last little bit of velveteen that was sticking out.
Never hurts, because that's the white.
Yeah, and our last piece of the white, and I'm going to line it up, make sure I go all the way to both edges. And I don't know why I'm feeling the need for a piece of tape.
Never a bad
I'm just
thing.
doing it.
Yeah, never a bad thing.
Okay, here we go.
Back in the machine. We're almost to the quilting, our favorite part.
Okay, now you know not to put your finger under the needle, but I'm just holding it out here. I love that I know that this block will turn out perfectly. You know, these are really interesting angled triangles. What kind of a triangle is this? I'm not going to try and guess. But I know that I'm not going to have stretching that I would have if I had cut these on the bias, right? These are triangles. And I know that I'm not going to have a wobbly line. And look how all of these corners that have to line up, I need all of these to line up here and all of these to line up here. And when I come to stitch the outline of my block, which I'm going to do right now, you'll see that those points come together perfectly every time. I don't need to worry about it.
Which is the best part.
That's the fun part about Perfectly Pieced. You get all the fun without the stress.
Right?
Without worrying.
That's the last thing we need.
That's right. Okay, so this is stitching the outline of the block.
Which is also the trim line.
Yep.
When you're done with your block. I know some people have wondered how or where to trim it. It's right on this line.
So you can either leave it at this point and do another kind of quilting if you want to, or you can go ahead and do the final step, the final quilting, which, how long do you think that will take, Cassie?
Long.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and do it. So we're going to keep it right in the hoop because there's nothing we need to do right now except for stitch the quilt line. So here we go.
Though we do need to tell them how long they have to enter this amazing giveaway.
Yes, okay.
So
I think they have until Wednesday, end of day Wednesday, and then we announce it Thursday. Is that right, Libby? Okay.
All right.
So let's review. They need to post a New Year's resolution.
Or a goal of some
Or
sort.
a goal, yep. And do it by Wednesday, and we'll pick a winner, and they'll get the book, the fabric bundle, and both stabilizers.
Yep.
The
ultralight stabilizer and the batting.
Awesome.
Yep.
So do we have any other questions, Libby?
It doesn't look like we have any more questions. I'm scrolling here. We have a lot of goals.
Oh, good. Let's hear what some of them are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any questions. I'll let you know if I see one, though.
Okay. So what are some of the goals? Oh, right here.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, eliminate as much sugar and processed food as possible from my diet. Now, Cassie does that because you have to.
Right. It's a good goal. You feel good without some of those processed things.
Yeah, good job, Leslie. Tell us how that goes.
Yeah,
I'm not very good about eliminating sugar.
I could do better.
As soon as I tell myself I can't have it, then I want it.
I know. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Let's see. Betty Jo Davis. My goal for this year is to have fun, focus on what's important, understanding, and patience for myself and others. Never surrender, never give up. 2023 is the year for more fun. Oh, that's amazing, Betty Jo. Well, good luck with that. We wish you the best.
It is a good goal. Sometimes we just get so bogged down in the have-tos and the schedules and things like that, but
you just need more fun.
Oh, that didn't sound good. Okay, it seems like it's still happy. Just made a strange little sound.
Machines do that sometimes.
Oh, you know what? It looks like our bobbin ran out. Oh. Of course it does that when we're on TV, right?
The good news is it does stitch out properly. So
let's take this out and see what happened. Yeah, it looks like our bobbin thread just came undone. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and call that good. You can see this from the overhead cam. We've got almost all the quilting done. We just didn't get this last little bit done. I'm going to hold this up. It works good, Andrew. Yeah, you can see pretty good.
Look how fun that is on the velveteen.
Yeah.
Just that texture that's added because of the quilting.
Yep. And then we're going to trim on this stitch line. Again, you can't trim it wrong. You just trim it right on that line, and you will have a perfect 6.5 by 6.5 inch block ready to put in your projects. And it's already quilted. It has the batting in it. So then grab one of those projects. When you put these together, these blocks together, you don't have to take it back to a quilter. You don't have to take it to the long arm machine. It's already ready to go and put right in your project.
Right.
Just makes it so much more fun and easy to get a project done.
And then at the end of the day, the block all stitched and ready and in the project is 6 by 6.
Yep. Awesome.
So, or whichever.
Yeah, whichever size you did. We did the 6 by 6.
Right.
So thanks so much for joining us. And we hope that you have a great time stitching the February block, again, coming in just a week. We'd love to hear if you like this new format. Again, you have a full stitch out so that when you get the box, you can go back and watch it as you stitch out your first block. And we can be holding your hand the whole time.
We like to do that. Make sure that you feel successful and excited.
Yeah. So anyway, make sure you enter the giveaway, and we'll be picking a winner on Thursday. And we'll see you next month. Go and enjoy some well-deserved me time.